We're happy to have you all back to Rhode Island T.F. Green International Airport for a major announcement by Breeze Airways. Many of you joined us here last year as we celebrated Breeze Airways' selection of PVD as one of its inaugural airports when they announced 3 destinations from here. Suffice to say that we're thrilled to be selected as one of Breeze Airways' inaugural airports last year, and that we are going to be one of their airports where they will do much more than just 2 or 3 flights. Now, less than 1 year later, we got Danny Cox from Breeze Airways to come here and speak about this expansion today. But before I introduce him, I would like to recognize some of the folks in this room today. I welcome Roger Suchete, Deputy District Director of Congressman Cicilline. I also welcome Tom Giordano, the Director of Partnership RI, Kristen Adamo from Rhode Island Convention Visitor Bureau, the state's Chief Marketing Officer, Anika Kimball Huntley. Louis Bishop is here too from Tourism. Lindsay Russell, Congressman Langevin's from Langevin's office. We really appreciate you attending this gathering today with us. Among those not present today is Senator Reed, who has done a lot for this airport over the years. He has brought a lot of funding for really important projects at this airport. And so we're very thankful to him and the rest of the delegation with Senator Whitehouse, with Congressman Cicilline and Langevin. And it would be, if it wasn't for this congressional delegation that we have here, most of these important projects would not be taking place in the manner that they are today. And of course, I would like to mention and recognize Speaker Shikarchi and Senate President Ruggiero and the bill sponsor, the bill that put Rhode Island and International in our name, Senate Leader McCaffrey, who's here with us today, and Rep. Kennedy, who's not, but you know he sent his regards to Breeze today. So with this, I'm going to say a few words about Mr. Danny Cox, who planned this beautiful, wonderful airline with Neilman, David Neilman, who was actually on a radio show today this morning with Gene Villasante, and gave some really important information to public who was listening. So Danny was one of the folks that was involved from the very beginning of the synthesis of this airline, and he's here with an important message today. And so I'm going to invite him to come and talk to us about this wonderful expansion.
Thank you so much. So I couldn't sleep last night. I got up early this morning to turn on the news, see if it was getting exciting out there. And every time they would give a weather update, the nice lady that was giving the weather update kept saying today's weather was going to be breezy. And it felt apropos. I don't know if she knew something and she changed her words, but I want to give a thank you to Ithacar for all of your work, for the blessing, and all of these great individuals that have made this possible for us to be here, really serving the great people of Rhode Island very well. And so a round of applause to them and to Ithacar for all the work. It is nice to be here, and it is nice to be welcomed. This is a very, very exciting time for us. We've had extremely great success here with you on the 3 flights that we started just in May. We're still in our infancy here, and today I'm excited to announce 5 new routes to continue this wonderful relationship with the area of Rhode Island. We started just before Memorial Day. We climbed to 18 routes, and 18 cities and 42 routes over the course of the time. Today, we will almost double that. We've served over 500,000 guests that have gotten on our flights at Breeze, and we're excited for the expansion to continue with those, like I said, 5 new routes from here today. So, can I interest anybody in LA? Can I interest some people in LA? Okay. Or as I like to call it, connecting my 2 favorite Newports. I absolutely love Newport, Rhode Island, and I absolutely love Newport Beach, California. We want to get you folks on that. But not to overshadow the other great things with Savannah, Jacksonville, Richmond, and Columbus as well, to continue to connect some opportunities for your great people to fly. And it comes with rock bottom fares. $49 for one-way fares to Richmond and Columbus, $59 these starting out fares from Jackson to Savannah, and under $100 to LA to get you there. Those flights are available through Friday, so book soon with those. And then obviously those are our promotional fares, but our desire is to keep the fares extremely low as best we can, even beyond the promotional fares. People have asked us how we choose to fly, where we're going to fly. Well, first of all, it starts with finding places that you're not already flying. I've heard here today how there hasn't been West Coast connection here. And since there hasn't been, it's a perfect opportunity for us to do that. I joke often and I tell people, we are competing against your couches, because a lot of you haven't been able to fly for a while because of this wonderful pandemic that we've all been through. And we're competing against 7+ hour drives. And we're competing against 8-hour experiences that may be connecting flights as the only other option that you have. And so as we look at those things as the competition we have, we think with the price points we offer, it's a value proposition that your fine individuals in Rhode Island will appreciate and grow from. The ability to avoid hubs at this time fits into our mission of growing, of saving people time and money. Keeping people off of the freeway for those long 7+ hour drives with gas prices what they are is another real thing that we want to do and we want to make available with these direct flights, many of them nonstop, that get you there, as we lovingly say, twice as fast for half the price. And don't take my word for it. Get on Google Flights today and get on Google Maps today and see some of these destinations, how long it would take you to fly either on the connecting flights that are often or the drive there, or what the prices might be to get you there. We think we've got a really good value proposition for each of you. In addition to these new routes, we do have what we lovingly call the Breeze Through, that we'll also be able to connect you to Oklahoma City. We call it Breeze Through because we don't want you to change planes there. You'll just stay on and get right there. And then those of you who want to put on a big hat and get some mint julep, we've got a unique opportunity for you to get down to the Kentucky Derby in May. So those type of things you'll see also put on our website there that you can see. One of our advertising taglines is seriously nice, and we try to live up to that. We try to make sure we've made it as easy as possible. We hope you'll all download the app, because one of the ways we think we're being seriously nice is making it in your control and in your hand with the app. And when things aren't quite going as smooth as they want, we've got a nice, friendly group of individuals, either through our contact center or here at the airport, that can help you just a little bit. And then one of the most seriously nice things are the low fares that help protect your wallet at this time. So our value proposition that's out there right now, currently, those of you who have flown, hope a lot of you have flown, is our Embraer. And it offers 2 different bundles. The Nice bundle, which comes with a very reasonably priced seat, and then the Nicer bundle that comes with slightly more legroom, very comfortable seat, and has a first checked bag and a carry-on bag that's included in it. With this announcement and with our LA flights coming, we'll introduce the A220, which is a game changer of an aircraft. It is absolutely a gorgeous aircraft that has first class amenities to it. And can you guess what that bundle offering that comes with that might be called, if we've got Nice and Nicer? nicest would be a great way to go with it, and so we decided to do that. We decided to go with that. It has some nicer that has everything included with the nicest then has everything included that the nicer has, but also you get a first class seat with that. So the Providence, that LAX will be on this A220, the quietest, cleanest, and most fuel efficient jet in its category out there. We're also announcing today that we will have communication leader Viasat on those to stay connected through Wi-Fi in the air, to stay connected to your emails, your streaming, all the things that you love on the ground. Sometimes I've enjoyed leaving it behind, to be honest with you, but it's nice to be connected as well up there. So the price of this offering is TBD, but like all things Breeze, we're trying to make that extremely affordable and reason and fit into the value proposition of Breeze overall. So we hope that each one of you now have the Breeze app or will soon have the Breeze app. We'll even pay you to get it. You'll get 500 points, and then you'll start exploring what all these options that come with today's announcement that might be for you or for your family members or for your loved ones and work associates that Breeze might be a valuable part of improving your life and improving and saving you time and money. Those of you who buy and have bought on that one of our big things that we want to make as seamless and easy as possible is that we never charge a change fee and we never charge a cancellation fee. Those up to 15 minutes before you fly, if you decide that you want to change your flight, those points immediately, every dollar that you spent with us, immediately goes into a reusable credit that doesn't expire for 2 years. We think that in a changing economic environment where plans do change, we want you to have that access to fly again with us in the future and not feel that that's punitive for you if your plans change. And each one of our fare bundles has the options for earning points towards future travel. The nice one earns you 2% of what you paid in points value, and nicer 4%, and nicest 6% of that. We really want this to be a relationship and a partnership with each one of our travelers that feels the benefit of that and that we're here for the long term. So with all of that, we hope that you'll find Breeze to be seriously nice. We hope that you'll find this experience to be a great partnership that benefits your lives and to benefit the lives of the individuals in Rhode Island. And we are excited. May 27th are when these flights start to take place, and we are excited to come back and be with you again at that point in time. So with that, thank you very much, and I'll turn it back over.
So with today's flights, these 5 new cities, we started with about 17 nonstops in 2016. With today's flights, we are going to be at 32 nonstops out of PVD. That's about 88% increase in the availability of nonstops here at PVD. Tomorrow, we hope to announce 2 more new nonstops by another airline, and that will take us to 100% increase over 2016. And by the way, in 2016, we had 7 airlines. Today, RAC has 11 airlines, so which is great. But what I would like to point out is that these airlines, right, these nice airlines, right, so they expect ticket sales on this side, and they expect ticket sales on the other side. And we are federally prohibited, the airport, from marketing in other states, okay? So the state has to market itself in other states. And I am very, very glad that our governor, Governor McKee, believes in destination marketing. We have discussed this before, and he wants to, it is his plan to bring tourism back, jobs back, more than pre-pandemic. And so with his leadership, I think that these flights will succeed. And at that, I'm going to request Governor McKee to come and talk to you about it.
Well, good morning, everybody, and it's great to be here again to talk about the momentum that Rhode Island has, and this is just a reflection of that. It's good to be here again with the Lieutenant Governor and the Speaker, and Alita McCaffrey, along with Secretary Pryor, America Picozzi, as well as Danny Cox. Thank you so much for that overview of what we're talking about. The Governor of Kentucky has invited me to the Kentucky Derby, so hopefully that will work out. But also, we're going to do exactly what Ithaca said. We'll be inviting people from other states to visit right here in our new port. And so thank you so much for, stepping up and making that possible. And as Ithaca said, we are going to invest in destination marketing. Rhode Island is a beautiful state. Discover Beautiful Rhode Island is right on our signs, welcoming people as they come into our state. And we're very proud of the fact that we're here in Rhode Island in a way that people are going to discover that Rhode Island is not an island. Rhode Island, people can get to a Rhode Island, and they're going to enjoy being here, and we're going to build on that effort to let people know what we have here in the state. And T.F. Green is already America's most convenient airport. And with today's announcement, Rhode Island will become even more accessible to travelers. As Stefan will tell you, business groups like the Partnership of Rhode Island and the Chamber of Commerce have regularly told us that it's a priority for them to have direct flights to the West Coast. And I also know this is something that Ithaca and Stefan and their teams have been working on for quite some time. And we're going to make sure that we invest in destination marketing right here to the state of Rhode Island. Both by air and by car and by train, we need to make sure that our hospitality and our tourism are front and center in our efforts. And so congratulations to everybody who's been making this happen. Thank you to Breeze Airways for doubling down on Rhode Island. We're looking forward to having you come back in May and to give us more of updates of what you're working on. Today's news is exciting on multiple levels. Just last week, I announced a new grant program for tourism and hospitality industry to help them rebound from the pandemic. These new direct flights will continue to bolster these key industries of our economy because the more tourists and visitors we bring to Rhode Island for overnight trips, the greater the economic impact for our small businesses here in the state. And we're going to double down in helping our small businesses in our state recover from this pandemic and come out even stronger than they went in. So today is an exciting day for us in the Ocean State, but we just can't stop at today. Now the work begins, marketing these routes and bringing in new visitors to the Ocean State. And I look forward to partnering with all our stakeholders here today to make that happen and keep Rhode Island momentum going. Working with the Speaker, Senate President, is an absolute pleasure. And Rhode Island has momentum. As I said in many of the recent announcements that I've made, Rhode Island has momentum, and we're going to keep that momentum. And today is another indication that we're headed in that right direction. So thank you, Danny, to the Breeze, and we're looking forward to working with you and anybody else that wants to come to our great state. Right, Bob? Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
Each time I meet our Lieutenant Governor, she talks about a destination that she's very interested in the Caribbean. And I tell her we are working on it, and hopefully something will come through soon. So at that, I'm going to invite Lieutenant Governor Mayers.
Actually, I just say hello, and that's my next comment to you, right? How's that flight coming? Good morning. I'm so honored to be here today, and I'm going to take a moment to recognize that today is International Women's Day. I have the independent women here from Rhode Island with me, and on that note, I want to highlight two women that are getting it done to make sure that Rhode Island is a destination. So Christina Damo is here. Kristen, oh, she just left right now, and Anika Huntley. Thank you for the work that you do. So fortunate to have you here. And we should plan right now with these great prices. I hope that every woman that is out there that needs to take a break, plan a girls trip right now, okay? These prices are amazing. I just want to tell everyone that Rhode Island is open for business. We're open for business, and that is thankful to the leadership of Governor McKee, working with his team and with Secretary Pryor, in making sure that the state continue to be open. I want to thank the leadership of the Speaker, Sakash, and Senate President Ruggiero and Leader McCaffrey, because it has been a tough time here in the state of Rhode Island during this pandemic. But your leadership make sure that the state continue to be open for business. And if it wasn't because of that, we wouldn't be where we are right now. I'm so thankful to welcome this new flight destination. When I saw that flight directly to California, like, I have a family wedding coming. You just make my life so much easier. So thank you so much. And I just want to tell you that Rhode Island's open for business. And if you have any more destination, we want them. Thank you so much.
Our next speaker has worked tirelessly for the last years to help revitalize Rhode Island's economy as we emerge from the pandemic. His door is always open to us to discuss issues vital to the airport and our state's continued success, and we sincerely thank him for his support. I would say that Speaker Shikashi is really, truly a pleasure working with him in the Senate leadership, and we can't do all these things that we do without him. So, Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Iftikhar. Thank you, Danny Cox. Thank you, Breeze. It's exciting to be here today, and thank you all for attending this wonderful event. And this is a great milestone. As everyone knows, we haven't had West Coast flights ever to Los Angeles. So this is a real big deal, and I'm happy to be here and sharing this. But for me, this is just the beginning. I'm hoping that Breeze continues to grow, continues to put roots on the ground here in Rhode Island, and it's a great marriage. I look for a long-term partnership with Breeze. I've said many times before when I've been here, this airport's success is Warwick's success, and it's the state of Rhode Island's success. So I want them to continue. I want Green Airport to thrive, and I want the state to thrive, and I obviously want the city to thrive. I want to congratulate Iftikhar, John Savage, Stephen Pryor, their team. Iftikhar and his team here have done a great job not only recruiting, retaining, and expanding airlines and service here. It's a great benefit to our economy. People come here, they visit here, they stay in our hotels, they eat in our restaurants, they spend their tourism and leisure dollars here in Rhode Island, and we want that to continue. This is a wonderful day for Rhode Island. This is a milestone, but I look forward to more announcements for Breeze in the future. And when I say the future, I mean this year, 2023. So thank you very much, and I'll turn it back over to Iftikhar and my good friend and counterpart in the Senate, Leader McCaffrey. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Without a doubt, Warwick is well represented at the state by yourself and, of course, Senate Majority Leader Michael McCaffrey. Senator McCaffrey knows that the success of the city, state, and airport are all closely linked, and I believe that what the governor is doing with destination marketing would be very helpful to Warwick, not only the whole state, but the hotels here. Incoming traffic, they're going to be staying in these hotels. So with that, Leader.
It's certainly an honor and a pleasure to be here this morning as we welcome Breeze Airlines to Rhode Island and their flights across the country and to different destinations. Certainly exciting for me because I do have a business event this summer out in Los Angeles. So when I was listening to the news this morning, first thing I did is I went online and booked a flight, and I've never ridden in first class, and you could get a first class flight to Los Angeles for $209. That's $418 round trip. You can't beat that. So anyone who is going to go anywhere in the next couple of months, certainly go on the Breeze line for the next couple of days. They do have great deals there. I want to welcome you here to the city of Warwick and to the state of Rhode Island. You've certainly had challenging times the last couple of years with this pandemic, but you trudged forward and continue to want to expand your airline to different destinations, and we here in Rhode Island are glad that you did it. we in Warwick, we love it when Green expands the number of airlines here. We have all the hotels on Post Road and throughout the city of Warwick. We have a number of good restaurants, not only in the city of Warwick, but the state of Rhode Island, that people who come here, they spend money in those restaurants, and that's what we like to see. Also, with Breeze expanding their airlines here, we're showing that Green is continuing to grow. They've been continuing to grow the last couple of years under the leadership of Victor Var and John Savage, and that's what we want here in the city. It's not the airport that it was 10 years ago. The airlines that are here are not the airlines that are here 10 years ago, but they're good airlines. They're airlines that take care of the people of Rhode Island here to different destinations. And as we've always said to Ictavar, we're saying to you, Dan, whatever you need at the state of Rhode Island, feel free to come to the State House and talk to the Senate President or the Speaker. Our doors are always open. We love to bring business in Rhode Island. We love to have employees here in Rhode Island. And this is certainly going to be a boost to our economy. It's going to help the state, and it's going to continue to move us in the right direction. Again, I want to say thank you and welcome to the state of Rhode Island.
So we got Mayor Picozzi with us today. We talk on very regular basis on all projects and initiatives here at the airport, and his help is paramount in getting some of these projects forwarded. With that, Mayor Picozzi.
I think I'm like the sixth or seventh person in the lineup. Usually everything's been said by then. So I think that speaker is obligated to keep it brief, and I'm the guy for the job. I'm proud to be here today to represent the city of Warwick and to help announce these important new connections for our state, courtesy of the state's fastest growing airline partner, Breeze Airway. Rhode Island T.F. Green International Airport, or for us old-time locals, Hillsgrove. We pride ourselves as the easy airport in our region. The city of Warwick couldn't be more pleased to welcome more visitors and help celebrate this expansion of the easy airline, Breeze Airlines. In the very near future, I plan on taking advantage of one of Breeze's flights to Los Angeles. Having grown up in Warwick, I've seen many sunrises over the ocean. I look forward to seeing a sunset that way. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Our next speaker is our Secretary of Commerce, Stephen Pryor. We're glad to have him here with us today. Mr. Secretary.
I want to start by speaking of the airport's board chairman, John Savage. I know that he has gotten some recognition today, but I want to say that Chair Savage has been really exemplary in keeping this airline going, recruiting Iftikhar, which is a major get, and continuing to bolster this industry. And then there's Iftikhar. Iftikhar is a dynamo. Iftikhar never stopped believing through the entire pandemic that we could more than come back, that we could expand our routes, that we could reach to the West Coast. And Governor McKee set this forth as a priority. I can tell you that the governor, in routine meetings, checked in on West Coast service, and also in a nuts and bolts way ensured that we had what it took to recruit West Coast service, working with Iftikhar and John. It's a real achievement. It's a first, and it's enormously meaningful. Danny, we are so grateful to Breeze. We know that you are an Airways that is on the move. And this airline is going to succeed here. We are going to embrace you, our business community, our entire community, and make sure you succeed. I want to make a note that Iftikhar and John know well. Tom Giordano, are you still here? Is that you in the corner? Tom Giordano runs the Partnership for Rhode Island. That's the association of our largest companies in the state, and they're heavily civically oriented. And Tom, in the earliest founding meetings of the partnership, going back 5-6 years ago, it's a relatively new organization. 5-6 years ago, a chief priority was West Coast service. The founding chair was Brian Goldner, the then CEO of Hasbro. May he rest in peace. And Brian Goldner was determined that we would have West Coast service for the purposes of Hasbro, for the purposes of our business community, for the purposes of our leisure travelers who deserve that nonstop service. And Iftikhar has made it so, and Breeze has made it so. We are so grateful. We are in the midst of a resurgence in Rhode Island's economy. Governor McKee and Lieutenant Governor Matos have touched upon it. Speaker Shekarchi is heavily to be credited for it, as is Leader McCaffrey and the Senate President Dominic Ruggiero. We are in the midst of a resurgence, ladies and gentlemen. I want to report to you on the tourism industry for starters, and do this rapidly. I want to note for you that in December of 2021, one of the last months recorded, our state's hotel occupancy rate was 49.1%. That exceeded our rate in December of 2019, before we hit the pandemic, which was 47.4%. There are months where we are outperforming pre-pandemic levels. We are so proud of that. Anika Kimball Huntley, our new CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, is doing a fantastic job. How is our overall economy doing? Governor, Lieutenant Governor, Speaker, Leader, how is our overall economy going? Well, Moody's ranks the states, and they revise on a routine basis. And Moody's has, for many, many months, concluded, based upon multiple indicators, that Rhode Island has the top growth coming out of the pandemic in the entire Northeast. And we were just re-ranked number 4 in the United States of America for the strength of our economic comeback coming out of the pandemic. Number 4 compared to Massachusetts at 49th and New York at 50th. Ladies and gentlemen, the strength of our tourism economy, including this airport, what an enormous asset, is a huge driver in that process, and that's only because of the talent of people like Iftikhar and John. So thank you so very much. And Breeze, we are so grateful. We're going to make you successful. Governor, thank you, sir.
Our last speaker, we usually do this. I'm on the front, and on the other side of the bookend is my close friend and our board chair, John Savage. I don't think when my kids grow up, I would like for them to be like him. He is an exemplary board member. I have worked for a lot of boards in administrations, but I can tell you this without any doubt that I've never met a man like him, and I am just absolutely grateful for his presence here. I hope that he would be with us as long as I'm here. And I would like to be here till I'm retired. So this is our deal here, and so I appreciate him, Mr. Savage.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you all for coming. I'm not quite sure how to follow up on all those accolades, but I appreciate them. What a wonderful day for us here at RIAC and Rhode Island T.F. Green International Airport. And Dan Cox, thank you so much for having confidence in our airport and our state. We really are a unique state. The quality of life here is fabulous. There are so many people in our community that could live anywhere, and they choose to live here. And they choose to live here because the people are nice, they're supportive. We have extraordinary leadership in government, starting at the very top with Dan McKee, Lieutenant Governor, down to the Senate and the House, Stephen Pryor at Commerce. When we come together and set our minds to things, there's tremendous teamwork, and teamwork really makes it happen. In the airport sector, we are so fortunate to have found Iftikhar Ahmed to come and lead us. He has shown extraordinary strength and grace. When I first met him and we did a little homework, he had the option to go many places. And I know that's no surprise to you, Dan, being in the industry. And we're just so fortunate that he chose Rhode Island, and under his leadership, we've been able to achieve this type of success. So I have just one message, really, for all of those of you assembled and for those that use our terrific airport, and that is, and I've said it before, if we want to have these types of flights, these type of routes, we must use them. And it's incumbent on all of us to get that message out. Anyone that's a Rhode Islander or anyone from nearby Massachusetts, Connecticut that wants to see this airport grow, that wants to have the convenience of using a consistently top-ranked airport. You see it all from Condé Nast to Travel and Leisure to the other ratings. We're consistently in the top 3 or 4 or 5 airports nationally. And if we're going to keep that growth going, and if we're going to enjoy those routes that have been entrusted to us, we must use them, and we must use them regularly. And what that means is that not only do we individually have to use them, but everybody needs to become an ambassador to reach out to friends and neighbors and people you see in the grocery store and tell them about these routes. Because with all the marketing we do, it doesn't always get through. And it doesn't get through as well as word-to-word, person-to-person communication. So if you have a neighbor that has somebody visiting, or you know they have friends in some of these communities that we now can reach direct, talk to them about it and really spread the word and encourage others to spread the word. So in closing, Iftikhar, I thank you very much, and Dan Cox and Governor McKee and Alita McCaffrey and Speaker Shikachi. Thank you for having confidence in us. Thank you for investing in our destination marketing. It is really a game changer for us. And together we will all benefit by it. We will all grow. And as Secretary Pryor said, the results are showing. And our hats are off to all of you in leadership for making that happen. So thank you all very much. And Iftikhar, thank you.
Well, thank you very much. This concludes our program. Like the chair said, we have to buy these tickets, use these services. Mr. Nealman today on a radio show said that he was thinking about European flights out of here on this same aircraft that is going to LAX, A220s. So let's show them that we welcome them. Let's buy their tickets. Let's tell your neighbors and everybody else. So thank you very much for coming in today. Appreciate it.